Welcome to my um, mod 24 Thaumaturge wizard build. Welcome to my mod 24 Thaumaturge wizard build. I'm currently 77,600 item level. My stats are as followed. I got 77% power, 50% accuracy, 65% combat advantage, 59% crit strike, 71% crit severity, and my defense is kind of lacking, but that's not bad. My other stats, like the AP gain, recharge speed, movement speed, and magic damage bonus are as follows. I put my points into intelligence and charisma for the magic damage boost, and the forte for extra stats. Let's look at my gear next. So I use the Serene Hood for the extra 10% crit strike, bringing my crit strike up to 69. I use the Mighty Cuirass for the accuracy and combat advantage. That's an extra 7.5 of each, 57 accuracy and 62 combat advantage. Then I have these gloves here, which give me 6% more power when I'm farther away from the target. So that brings me up to like 83. We use the Stormforge set. It increases our outgoing damage when we have combat advantage and when we dodge. So 2 ways to gain damage bonus. Great move. It also does 200% weapon damage, which is great. For the boots, I use the power greater than, when my health is greater than 85%, we get more power. Yep. Use the Mythalar set for the extra combat advantage, but more than for the extra combat advantage damage, but I also use it for the intelligence. The stats it gives are pretty high for a wizard. I like to use the crit strike ring because my crit strike is fairly low. I use something a lot of people don't use, which is the Ring of the Cursebringer. Your attacks have a chance to inflict partial paralysis. This is great in like everyday game, even some master content. Enemies become paralyzed, and this will interrupt them from their attacks, helping players not get hurt, delaying damage, all the good stuff. See, I use the combat advantage shirt still, and these pants from the Dragon Slayer campaign. These are all old, but I use them for the item level. So we have the Neverwinter Standard, Jewel of the North. The Mythalar goes with the set, so I need that. But then for my AoE build, it's better to have everything grouped together, and the Ring of the Foul Weather does a good job of grouping enemies. Okay, so that's my gear, my stats. Let's take a look at the enchantments. I run one of each, so we have a Garnet, a Citrine, an Amethyst, and a Jade. Down here, just working on control bonus as a wizard. Better holds are always good. For defense, we have one of each except for crit avoidance, because that's what we're spec'ing as a wizard. Our forte, I don't know if you know this, but our forte gives us power, combat advantage, and crit avoidance. So my crit avoidance is higher than everything else for defensive stats. Okay, over here we use the Devil's Precision for that extra crit strike and accuracy, and the Rage of Flames. Now let's swap this out. I like to use the action points. So let's get a better look at my stats here. Yeah, action point gain should be at 20, correct. Okay, so I use the Curse Burn, but we're going to swap this out for the Lightning enchantment to get more stats. And this was a mistake. It should have been movement speed. Movement speed, you get 15% at the end, which is way better. This is how I look. My fashion. Powers. Okay, we use Magic Missile. Magic Missile helps your control mastery, which gives you more control effects, and it also gives you more damage. And we use Chilling Cloud for applying chill to the enemies. Chill slows them down, also lets us do more damage. It says it right here. You could even freeze them, and when they freeze, they can take extra damage with this move, Shatter Strike. It's a really great move. They get frozen and break out of it, and when they do, they take huge damage, like 500 magnitude damage. For my encounter powers, I use Icy Terrain in R1 because we want to be able to pull it away from us at a distance. It's a great move. It applies a lot of debuffs like almost immediately because of the way it works. I'll show you that in a little bit. Fanning the Flame works well with Fireball and Critical Conflagration. Whenever you crit strike, you add Smolder, and whenever you add Smolder, this Fanning the Flame sets other enemies ablaze around them. Great move. Conduit of Ice, another AoE move, just an icy AoE move, does good job. Fireball, straight damage, great move. I rock Arcane Singularity for AoE, and if I need to pump out a little more damage on this build, we can use the Ice Knife, but Arcane Singularity with its magnitude increase, so much better. Class features, I'll show you them all, but the two that I always stick with are the Critical Conflagration and the Combustive Action. You need those AP points. Okay, I have recently swapped from Relative Haste, which used to give us more recharge speed, for this Smoldering Recovery, which now gives us more action points, which is much better if you ask me. We also swapped from Icy Veins to Glowing Flames for more damage. But we also kept Shatter Strike, we kept Critical Burn, which is more crit severity, and we kept Rimefire Weaving. Okay, for the boons, the boons are as follows. I like to use these Lingering Medicine. This is great if you don't use health stones. You have to use, I'll show you on the bottom left there, my healing. If I use that when I'm not at full health, I have the chance to give me additional healing for 30 seconds, and that is really useful if you haven't ever used it. It increases your max HP, which is great for those endgame fights. You're always getting hurt, always popping potions, always gonna need that. And then here we get more power, which, yeah, sure, why not? I would like to get the more HP, but as time goes on, we'll get more boons. For this build, I like to use Deathly Rage for more damage. We get 6%. More combat advantage, power, and crit severity. And if you add that 6% here, here, and here, plus all the gear we have to increase our stats, we're looking really good. For the guild, I like to use the power bonus, I like to use the awareness bonus, and I swap out between movement and mount speed and revive sickness. My companion, I currently use the succubus, but that's subject to change. I'll show you my list. I don't have a big list. I'm interested in using the Intellect Devourer next map, possibly for more stuns, but we will see. A lot of people, even Aragon, keeps talking about the Black Death Scorpion doing well as the Vicious Dire Wolf doing well for single target. For AoE, I know North Face talked about Splinters, so that's always an idea. Alright, I don't have too many AoE companions. I mean, Mystigog's getting outclassed soon. I don't have Regis, and he's gonna get changed too. Yeah, I'll show you everything I got here. The axe. Oh yeah, here. So the equipment we use, I just have a little bit of everything. So accuracy, combat advantage, crit strike, combat advantage, crit severity. So kind of well-rounded. We get another 7.5% accuracy there. So that's 7.5 plus 7.5 here. So that's 15% accuracy, boosting us up to 65 in a fight. That's nice. Then we just use the normal augment companion damage bonus. Alright, so my companion bonuses are as follows. I use the Neverwinter Knight for more damage, Minsk for more damage, and then I use a few things that other people don't use. So this is from the Succubus, and it adds Daze. A Daze is a stun, and stuns interrupt enemies from using their moves, including their red moves. So this is a very powerful slot. In addition to that, the Ox has a higher percent chance to stun, and it does the exact same thing. And they also can proc next to each other, so you could technically have the Fiendish Charmer distraction proc, and then as soon as those 3 seconds are up, it could proc the Ox stop. And they could also be stunned for another 3 seconds. So that could be 6 seconds of just inactivity. It's really useful. I'll try and show you. I also like to use Corbin's Confidence, just because with my move, the Icy Terrain, this move procs these 10% buffs like crazy. Yeah, it's really useful. If you've never used it, I'd recommend checking them out. Going on to my mounts, I like to use the Pegasus for AoE. This is great damage. Also buffs your allies around you. I just have the Armor Breaker for more crit severity. My stables are as followed. I don't have everything mythic. I don't even have a mythic collar yet. I don't even have a mythic collar yet. But one of the things I want to point out with collars are, if you notice, the combined rating is like 300, and for this one it went up to 800, and now it went down to 400, and now back up to 800. So the Rough Astral Diamond and the Movement Speed collars give you double the combined rating than the other ones, so I'd highly recommend you slot those. I like to use some healing buffs, so I have the Champion's Return, the Survivor's Blessing, the Oppressor's Retrieve, the Barbarian's Revelry, and a little bit more damage for the Companion, but again, that might be subject to change. Okay, let's take a look now. So I think we're ready to try and go into a fight here. Let's see if Lilith destroys him faster than I do. I have him set to the highest that I can right now, which is 45,000. So I'm just going to do this just to show you the Fiendish Charmer, the Paralysis, and the Stuns. Lilith. Well, I appreciate your help, but let's take you away for a minute. That's why Lilith is getting patched. Okay, I'll pull up the box again here. So some of these enemies I think will not be paralyzed. I think it's these 5-dot ones. I think it just says immune. So just keep an eye on the chat and on the screen here. Yeah, see how it's saying immune, Fiendish Charmer, you see the paralysis proccing. Alright, and let's see, did Corbin did not go off this time. That was kind of rare if you ask me. Let's try it again. Well, it's not looking good for my stats. Let's do it one more time. You can see in the chat there in the bottom left, it says the Fiendish Charmer distraction could 0 disable, so that's a control immune enemy there. So let's try again here with Icy Terrain right in the center. And boom, look at that, Corbin's Confidence procced. Interesting, that's a 10% chance, but it procced. Well, let's try it again. That was an accident. Yeah, I wish we got the 75,000 enemies in this. Let's try again. Here we go. Will it proc? Well, it did not. Go figure. I do believe it will proc even during when it's taking damage. I want to confirm that. Oh, we got Deathly Rage. Didn't show it there. Let's try again. That one gave us Corbin's confidence immediately with a refresh. Nope, it did kill everyone though, that was nice. Alright, procced again immediately, okay. Not bad. Alright, let's show you a different move here, just to show you how they work. So we have the Conduit of Ice. Conduit of Ice will also proc the other moves. Not as effective though. Now after they've taken damage... Yep. Alright, let's reset them. Let's show you a fireball. So you saw that there. That was fanning the flames, just burned them. And we could see in the bottom left there to say paralysis gives 0 apply to conjured fighter, so it is working. I do think the paralysis is like overpowered. Usually like one strike and like it'll apply. So if you look at the enemy, you can see when debuffs are applied to them. So if you look right there, I just applied paralysis with just one move, and you see how like he can't even do anything, he's just terrified. And there it is, it's proccing paralysis. This poor guy, he's just gonna be stuck like this. Every now and then he's got a chance to just get shocked and be interrupted for what he's doing. And let's see if I can get a couple of these guys shocked. My wills hit really hard. Oh yeah, I'm over here trying to paralyze this guy that can't be paralyzed. Go figure. This guy is still paralyzed, if you haven't noticed. So let's see him attack me. He doesn't do any red moves, so the paralysis doesn't really affect him as much. But yeah, you saw how fast he wants to attack me versus when he gets paralyzed. It definitely interrupts him a bit. So if I add that paralysis, which is coming from this ring, plus the daze from the Fiendish Charmer and the stun from the Ox Stop, I'm pretty formidable when you pair me in a team. Most healers love running with me because they realize no one's getting hurt. Things just can't really attack you. Now mind you, they are attacking me, but it's not as bad as it would have been. Let's go in there with just a full set, full HP. Let's just get wailed on for a minute. Let's see how fast it takes me. Okay, that was pretty damn fast. Now let's pop this heal. Let's see if the heal worked. Okay, so it is a chance for when you pop the heal to get those stats to proc. Let's see if I can stun these guys. Let's see what happens now. That's because these guys can't be stunned, but that might help my healing. Let's see. Hey, what's up? Alright, well, I think I'll leave it there. Summon Lewis again.
Well, hello there.
Alright, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.